Peace and love, family. So, this is chapter 2. This is the gateway of the soul. This is just about where the soul travels and what happens right after death and where the, where the soul goes to. All right, so let's start.
We will learn what life is like for them in afterlife. 2. Gateway to the spirit world. For thousands of years, the people of Mesopotamia believed the gates into and out of heaven lay at opposite ends of the great curve of the Milky Way, called the River of Souls. After death, souls had to wait for the rising doorway of Sagittarius and the autumn equinox, when day and night are equal. Reincarnation back to Earth could only take place during the spring equinox through the Gemini exit in their night sky. My subjects tell me that soul migration is actually much easier. The tunnel effect they experience when leaving Earth.
Forgot to tell y'all, if y'all don't know what this is, who this is Michael Newton. His book, Journey of Souls. He was a hypnotist slash psychotherapist, regressionist. He would give people hypnotic regressions, and he started to help heal their psychological traumas and stuff like that, emotional damage, and he's working on the psyche. So he'll put people into hypnosis and regress them and stuff. And what he ended up finding was he was meeting a lot of people and finding out what they did in past lives, and and their deaths and stuff like that, and started learning a whole lot of stuff on reincarnation. But what he found most was about souls in the spirit realm and what they were doing in the spirit realm and stuff in between lives, what happens after death and then before your next incarnation, and what the spirit realm looks like, what we do up there, everything like that. He figured out, through putting these people, under hypnosis, and if you know how that works, you tap into your subconscious, superconscious, or whatever. He puts you in a state to where you're conscious, but you're in a deep meditative state at the same time. So you really can't lie, and you can recall like everything about your soul and everything like that. So he started tapping in and talking to these people, talking to their souls, and finding out all this information and putting the whole little thing together about the spirit realm. So here we go.
The portal into the spirit world. Although souls leave their bodies swiftly, it seems to me entry into the spirit world is a carefully measured process. Later, when we return to Earth in another life, the route back is described as being more rapid. The location of the tunnel in relation to the Earth has some variations between the accounts of my subjects. Some newly dead people see it opening up next to them right over their bodies, while others say they move high above the Earth before they enter the tunnel. In all cases, however, the time lapse in reaching this passageway is negligible once the soul leaves Earth. Here are the observations of another individual in this spiritual location. Case 3. Case 3. Dr. N. You are now leaving your body. See yourself moving further and further away from the place where you died, away from the plane of Earth. Report back to me what you are experiencing. Subject. At first, it was very bright, close to the Earth. Now it's a little darker because I've gone into a tunnel. Dr. N. Describe this tunnel for me. Subject. It's a hollow, dim vent, and there's a small circle of light at the other end. Dr. N. Okay, what happens to you next? Subject. I feel a tugging, a gentle pulling. I think I'm supposed to drift through this tunnel, and I do. It is more gray than dark now, because the bright circle is expanding in front of me. It's as if... Client stops. Dr. N. Go on. Subject. I'm being summoned forward. Dr. N, let the circle of light expand in front of you at the end of the tunnel, and continue to explain what is happening to you. Subject, the circle of light grows very wide, and out of the tunnel, there's a cloudy brightness, a light fog. I'm filtering through it. Dr. N, as you leave the tunnel, what else stands out in your mind, besides the lack of absolute visual clarity? Subject lowers voice. It's so still. It is such a quiet place to be in. I am the place of the spirits. Dr. N, do you have any other impressions at this moment as a soul? Subject, thought. I feel the power of thought all around me. Dr. N, just relax completely and let your impressions come through easily as you continue to report back to me exactly what is happening to you. Please go on. Subject, well, it's hard to put into words. I feel thoughts of love, companionship, empathy, and it's all combined with anticipation, as if others are waiting for me. Dr. N, do you have a sense of security, or are you a little scared? Subject, I'm not scared. When I was in the tunnel, I was more disoriented. Yes, I feel secure. I'm aware of thoughts reaching out to me, of caring, nurturing. It is strange, but there is also the understanding around me of just who I am and why I am here now. Dr. N, do you see any evidence of this around you? Subject, in a hushed tone. No, I sense it. A harmony of thought everywhere. Dr. N, you mentioned cloud-like substances around you right after leaving the tunnel. Are you in a sky over Earth? Subject, pause. No, not that. But I seem to be floating through cloud stuff, which is different from Earth. Dr. N, can you see the Earth at all? Is it below you? Subject, maybe it is, but I haven't seen it. N, do you sense you are still connected to Earth through another dimension, perhaps? Subject, that's a possibility, yes. In my mind, Earth seems close, and I still feel connected to Earth. But I know I'm in another space. Dr. N, what can you tell me about your present location? Subject, it's still a little murky, but I'm moving out of this. This particular subject, having been taken through the death experience and the tunnel, continues to make tranquil mental adjustments to her bodiless state while pulling further into the spirit world. After some initial uncertainty, her first reported impressions reflect an inviting sense of well-being. This is a common feeling among my subjects. Once through the tunnel, our souls have passed the initial gateway of their journey into the spirit world. Most now fully realize they are not really dead, but have simply left the encumbrance of an earth body which has died. With this awareness comes acceptance in varying degrees, depending upon the soul. Some subjects look at these surroundings with continued amazement, while others are more matter-of-fact in reporting to me what they see. Much depends upon their respective maturity and recent life experiences. The most common type of reaction I hear is a relieved sigh followed by something on the order of, "Oh, wonderful, I'm home in this beautiful place again." There are those highly developed souls who move so fast out of their bodies that much of what I am describing here is a blur as they home into their spiritual destinations. These are the pros, and in my opinion they are a distinct